This video will explain the PNC solution to question 11 of the tutorial. You can access the solution to different parts of this question through the video description below. The first thing to do for this question is to organize the information presented, and one way of doing this is in the form of a table. Two people are chosen at random from the gathering. Recall that a probability can be defined as a ratio of the sizes of the event and the sample space. We can therefore use permutation and combination, or PNC for short, to find the number of ways of choosing two people from the group of 36, and hence the required probabilities. First off, to show that the probability that both persons have the name Lee is 10 over 21. Let's denote the event that both persons have the name Lee by A. There are 25 people with the name Lee, so the number of ways of choosing two persons with the name Lee is 25 choose 2. The total number of ways of picking two persons from the group of 36 people is 36 choose 2. Therefore, we divide 25 choose 2 by 36 choose 2 to get 10 over 21. For part B, we need to find the probability that the two are married to each other. Let's denote the event that both persons are married to each other by B. We have 11 married couples, so the number of ways of picking two people who are married to each other is 11 choose 1. So we divide that by the total number of ways of picking two people, 36 choose 2, to obtain the answer 11 over 630. Something to think about. Why have we not used 22 choose 2 for the numerator, since there are 22 married people? Part C requires a conditional probability, the probability that they both have the name Lee, given that they are married to each other. Using the previous notation, we're looking for probability A given B, and this is one formula for the conditional probability. The conditioned event is married to each other, and we have already found this probability in part B. The event in the numerator, A intersection B, represents the event that the two persons are a married couple with the name Lee. Since there are 8 married couples with the name Lee, the probability of picking such a couple is 8 choose 1 divided by 36 choose 2. We then divide this answer by probability B to obtain the answer 8 over 11. There is another way to obtain this answer using the reduced sample space definition of the conditional probability. Instead of dividing by the total number of ways, we divide by the size of the conditioned event, that is, the number of ways of choosing a married couple. Therefore, we have 8 choose 1 divided by 11 choose 1, giving us the same answer. In part D, we are to find the probability that the two are a man and a woman of the same name. We shall denote this event by C, and reorganize the table by grouping the men and women together. We shall consider the two mutually exclusive cases for the number of ways of picking a man and a woman with the same name. Case 1. For the name Lee, since there are 12 men and 13 women, we choose one from each gender, giving us 12 choose 1 times 13 choose 1. Case 2. For the name Chan, since there are 5 men and 6 women, we have 5 choose 1 times 6 choose 1. Therefore, we add the two numbers for the mutually exclusive cases and divide by the total number of ways to get our answer 31 over 105. In part E, we are asked to find the conditional probability that they are married to each other, given that they are a man and a woman with the same name. Using the previous notation, we're looking for probability B given C, and this is the formula for the conditional probability. The conditioned event is man and woman with the same name, and we have already found this probability in part D. Let's make sense of the event in the numerator B intersection C. It represents the event that the two persons are a man and a woman who are married to each other and has the same name. If the two persons are married to each other, they automatically have the same name. Therefore, this event is equivalent to B, the event married to each other. We have also calculated probability B previously, so we can re-express the formula as probability B divided by probability C, and use the previous part's answers to arrive at 11 over 186. The alternative formula using the reduced sample size also works in this question. The numerator is the number of ways of choosing a married couple, 11 choose 1, and the denominator is calculated with the same working from part D. This gives us the same answer, 11 over 186.